if you means that do it. Burger
Welcome Air Checks, Hour 2 of Episode 20. Bookcases is a sitcom about a Victorian publishing house and was aired from 1998 to 2000 by the BBC. Here's Episode 3 entitled The Man in White.
The year
1858.
The place
London. Characters?
me, that is Primus, the mater,
Cordelia. Also,
Gerald Spavin of Spavin and Spavin the publishers.
and Gerald's mother, Edith, who is very prone to heart attacks.
The mater, my mater, is worshipped and adored by Gerald Spavin of Spavin and Spavin, and in consequence of his infatuation with her, I'm of Spavin and Spavin the publishers too. And I tell you, my commercial flair and dynamism is causing quite a stir.
Absolutely, darling.
So now, read on.
Bookcases by Martin Wade, with Michael Cochrane as Primus, Elizabeth Spriggs as Edith, Maggie Steed as Cordelia, David Horowitz as Gerald, and David Timpson as Wilkie Collins. Episode 3, The Man in White.
Who are you? Why are you sitting at the receptionist's desk?
Oh, good morning, madam. Which desk would you like me at?
I don't want you at any desk. Who are you?
The name is Simeon Wilmot Huff, madam.
You are trespassing. Please leave immediately, or I'll be obliged to call the police.
Oh, but madam, I am an employee of the company.
You are not.
I assure you I am, as from this morning. The title of my position...
Gerald?
Yes, Mother?
...is Junior Fiction Editor and Deputy Marketing Manager.
Come here.
Yes, Mother?
It's the most perfect job for me. It really is.
Gerald?
Yes, Mother?
Have you asked this person to join the firm?
No, Mother.
There you are, young man.
It wasn't me who asked him, it was Primus.
Primus?
In person. Morning, Mrs. Spavin. Morning, Mr. Spavin. Gerald. Morning, Simeon. Anything wrong?
Love. Love is... I once had some gorgeous lines about love in a play I was in with dear old Spencer Stradling. Love is... Love is... Anyway, I knew it was love. Knew it from the moment Gerald looked at me. I could see it in those sad, tired eyes of his. He sends me flowers, frequently. The house looks like Kew Gardens. And he writes long, long letters, which I don't always get to the end of. And he's been so helpful to dearest Primus. Oh, look! Mr. Wilkie Collins, coming out of the apothecary's. Stop, please, driver! Cooey! Wilkie!
Dear lady!
Wilkie's a writer and a person of restricted growth, aside from his beard, which has sprouted prodigiously, and he is a dear, dear friend of mine. We met last week at a party. Do jump aboard!
Thank you.
What have you bought?
Batley's drops.
Cough sweets?
No, laudanum. For my gout.
Oh, you poor thing.
I've got it in the eyes. Look.
Good grief! They're like red-hot coals. Now, darling, your place or mine?
Simeon's principal tasks will be to read unsolicited works of fiction,
Gerald?
Yes, Mother?
assist in developing treatments,
I want these two people out of the building.
identify trends and genres, conduct extensive market research, assess and anticipate costs and revenues, and set up a vigorous, energetic sales and publicity team.
It's the perfect job for me.
Gerald?
Yes, Mother?
I think I've got my heart problem again.
Also...
Yes. Also, Simeon will be assistant editor of our new fortnightly periodical, Primus's Potpourri.
Primus's Potpourri?
Which is to be a magical miscellany of stories, reviews, features, gossip.
Young man, we already put out a periodical from these offices. It is called Spavin's Weekly Purificator, incorporating the last Trump and the teetotal times, and it has a steady circulation of 50,000. May I also remind you that this firm publishes religion, and nothing but religion, and has been doing so since 1749. Spavin and Spavin has never published fiction. It has never published magical miscellanies, and I pray to God it never will.
Well, sorry. Strange, very strange. You see, Mr. Spavin and I did agree all this earlier.
Gerald,
Yes, Mother?
did you make such an agreement?
Not such an agreement as such.
Oh, Mr. Spavin, sir. Shame, shame.
There was a discussion on the matter.
At the conclusion of which you said, interesting ideas, go ahead, young man, and good luck to you. Show us what you're made of.
No, I said it might be possible, after consultation with my mother, to make one or two small changes to the firm's publishing policy by way of testing the water.
Exactement my point entirely. Now, I've told Simeon that we'd be prepared to offer him £5 a week.
Rising to 6 in April.
4 weeks holiday each year.
Gerald,
Yes, Mother?
Travelling expenses and luncheon vouchers.
take me to the sofa.
Darling, would you like tea, sherry, gin or beer?
I am familiar with and fond of all of the above, but my bottle of Batley's offers the possibility of new thrills, new dangers. So I'll opt for the drops.
Gorgeous. I think I'll join you.
It says 3 drops of the drops 3 times a day.
Yes, but what precisely is a drop?
Can't help you, I'm afraid. Say when.
Darling, I've been meaning to ask you, is it true you're living in sin?
Oh, not exactly. I'm in Albany Street.
Oh.
By the park, you know. She and I have entered into a genuine, meaningful relationship, which is founded on love and affection rather than the artificial constraints of matrimony.
But which allows for other meaningful relationships to be pursued at the same time. Gorgeous, darling. Oh, when? How was it for you, darling? Are your eyes any better?
My eyes? Oh, no. But some of my other parts are quite transformed. Darling.
Hello?
Such sensations.
Such visions.
Phantasms of the mind.
Pulsations of the flesh.
Hello, I'm Primus.
I know, darling.
I'm Wilkie Collins. Oh, am I?
Wilkie writes stories, darling.
Top rank. I'll publish them.
Oh. This is where you are.
Correct. Nice room, nice view.
It's my mother's room.
Correct. How is the mother?
Not very well.
Hard lines.
But she's determined to be up and about again soon.
Oh, damned hard lines. Much as I love the boy, Simeon, sharing a broom cupboard with him isn't much fun. So, you would like to ask me about Primus's Potpourri?
What? Oh, that.
It's going to be good, Gerald. It's going to break circulation records. It's going to beat Blackwoods and household words into a cocked hat. Simeon? The main item, let me tell you, is a sensational serial by the celebrated best-selling author Wilkie Collins, whose titles include... whose titles are too well known to require mention. He's a close personal friend of mine.
Indeed.
You rang a cracked bell?
Simeon, tell Gerald what's in the first ish of the Potpourri, aside from the sensational serial.
Well,
There's my piece, of course, entitled What? Not Another Periodical?
and there's a poem I wrote when I was at school about a storm and a shipwreck and a mountain and a ruined temple. The welkin heaved with thunder and the ship's boards shivered. I can't go on.
He tends to faint when confronted by things of beauty. Now, Gerald, let's talk advertising budget.
Have you read Primus's Potpourri yet, darling?
No.
Circulation figures aren't available yet, apparently, but I must have purchased 20 copies at least, so sales can't be that bad.
Cordelia, darling.
Oh, more flowers. Thank you, darling. I'm so proud of Primus. Are you proud of Primus, darling?
Yes, rather. Cordelia, I came here tonight.
You did, and it's so very, very sweet of you. Oh, you must read Mr. Collins's piece, The Serial. Magnificent, isn't the word?
Darling, I want to ask you...
It's about a fellow called Hartwright who's a teacher of drawing, and he's... Actually, not a great deal happens in the first few pages.
Cordelia...
But then Mr. Hartwright takes a midnight walk, and just south of Hampstead Heath, after he's turned onto the London Road,
Cordelia...
Suddenly...
Will you marry me?
Suddenly, a dog with red eyes, suffering from gout, perhaps, comes pounding out of the shadows and grips Hartwright's arm in its slavering jaws. End of episode 1. To be continued. Yes, of course I'll marry you, darling.
Nice room. Nice view.
Yes, top rank. Episode 2?
Not yet.
How much have you written?
Not a lot.
How much precisely?
Precisely. Not a word.
Don't like to hurry you, Wilkie, but the deadline's Tuesday. Can't keep the whole nation waiting. There'll be civil disturbances. So, take a seat at my nice desk. A paper, a pen, and ink. You'll have it done in no time.
Primus.
Yes, Wilkie?
I must tell you, I've made a serious error. My only excuse is you have a very persuasive tongue, and your mother's so charming. And also there was Batley's drops.
Please sit down.
You see, I never do it this way. Never. I always ensure when writing a work of fiction that each step on the journey through the narrative is known to me before I ever start. No afterthoughts, no changes of mind, everything mapped out. Oh, I should never have agreed to the idea. Heavens, I've got 3 pieces to write for Charlie D before the end of the month.
Mr. Collins, are you by any chance making a request for more money?
No, damn it, I'm not. That's a most improper suggestion, sir. We came to an agreement.
Oh, we did.
And if I could, I'd honour it.
Oh, you can, believe me. Have a seat.
Oh.
Now, pick up the pen and dip it in the ink. Now, where were we?
Just south of Hampstead Heath.
Ah, yes. Ferocious dog on the loose. What excitement. Pray continue.
How much more money?
£1,000.
My reason for asking is simply to discover if the prospect of extra cash might act as a stimulus to my creativity. But no, nothing doing.
Did you try Batley's drops on him, darling?
And mesmerism, and the threat of a dog with slavering jaws. No go. He's thrown in the towel, torn up the contract, and returned his initial fee.
Isn't that vexing? And the story promised so much.
It did. But I won't abandon him, Mother. I've had an ingenious notion.
Of course you have, darling.
In each ish of the Potpourri, the tale which we Wilkie began will progress with a different author.
Oh, clever boy.
Britain's literary giants. They'll all, in turn, be working for me.
Wonderful. Who'll write the next episode?
Wilkie, to give me a few names. Tony Trollope, George Eliot.
Darling, I forgot to tell you, Gerald and I are going to be married.
Top rank, hearty congrats. Charlotte Bronte, who is a close personal friend of mine, of course. Church wedding?
Oh, yes. We have to do it properly. Will you want to give me away, do you think, or be best man?
Hello, who are you?
George Eliot.
You're not.
Yeah, straight up. A bit late, sorry.
Late? My dear George, I only telegraphed an hour ago. Come in, come in.
This is the old woman's office.
Yes, that's right. But I'm the driving force now. So, tell me, what do you think of Primus's potpourri?
You what?
You've read Wilkie's effort, I take it? You can do better, George. I know you can. Heard great things about you. Oh, do sit down. Coffee? Tea? Hot chocolate?
Look, I've
A beer?
Oh, well. Tar, thanks.
You know, it bucks me up no end seeing a regular geezer such as your good self making his mark in this business. Your beer.
Tar.
You're at the spearhead, I suppose, of a new, radical, urbanized generation, which is kicking in the oak panel doors of stuffiness, privilege, and tradition.
What? Oh, yeah, thanks. Cheers.
Have a seat, please. Paper, pen, ink. Our hero is just south of Hampstead Heath, if you recall.
Tityrus, by Simeon W. Half. The ancient columns in profusion lay, marble memorials of a better day, and sheep and goats. Primus,
Simeon?
there's a noisy person in your office.
Yes, it's George Eliot. He's got 20 pages to finish by Tuesday, and he don't fancy the pressure.
The same George Eliot, you mean, who lives with George Henry Lewis and writes for Blackwoods?
The very same, if you say so. Oh, it's all right to go in. I've chained him to the desk.
Hello?
Help!
Primus, there's something terribly wrong here.
Advise me.
George Eliot is a woman.
A woman? A woman? That explains everything. I'll go in and have a quiet word. George. George. How are you? Nice room. Nice view.
It's not fair. It's not bloody fair.
I know, George. Life's dealt you a funny old hand, n'est-ce pas? Tell me, George, what happened? Was your tough, gruff pater desperate for a boy? Did the mater compel you to catch newts and climb trees just to make the pater happy?
You what?
Georgie, it's time to grasp the nettle, bite the bullet, face the music. It's time to say, good morning, reality. Hello, me. Do you know what I mean?
No, I bloody don't.
Georgie, listen. Underneath it all, underneath the shirt and trews, you're a woman.
I'm a what?
It's true. Straight up. I have it on the most undoubted authority. Abandon this useless struggle, George. Confront your sexuality. Embrace it. Yield to it. Glory in your gynecology. Will you do all this for me, lovey? Because if you do, Georgie dear, I promise you, all of a sudden, you'll be such a healthier, happier person. You'll discover your true voice. You'll unleash the creativity that's locked inside you. You'll be able to respond to the admittedly rather tight deadline that's been imposed on you for the next ish of Primus's potpourri.
Help!
Oh, you'll get plenty of that. Stay right where you are, my dear. I'm going to find you a frock.
Mother, I've some news to give you.
Well?
It's news which may surprise you and be a cause of much delight, I hope.
I hope so too. It is a long while since I was delighted. It is a long while since I was well. I ought not to be out, really.
You ought not.
I ought to be in bed. But the work won't get done by itself. Of course, we know why I've been ill, and why you seem to have lost your grip on things.
Do we?
It's all that woman's fault. The actress. Mother of the cretin. The plain truth is, Gerald, she's used you most shamefully.
Used me? Oh, I don't think so.
Of course she has. Her boy should be in an asylum, not a publishing house. What is this news of yours?
Tomorrow, I think, Mother.
There is an obnoxious smell in here.
Yes.
Who is that? Some Someone is bleating in my room. Gerald, I hope I am not about to have another unpleasant experience.
Good heavens!
Who is it?
It's the apprentice from the printers.
That's right. I've come for their page proofs. Help!
Why is he wearing a dress?
Allow me to explain. Morning, Mrs. Spavin. Morning, Mr. Spavin. Gerald. Morning, George.
Help!
Oh, phew.
Gerald?
Yes, Mother. Have a seat.
Madness! Abomination!
Primus, get the smelly transvestite out of there.
Of course, I've heard all about you, my dear. You're a very, very talented lady.
She's a very, very willful lady, and she's caused a lot of trouble.
Yes, darling. But once she's sorted herself out, she'll go on to great things, I'm sure. Write some of the best novels in the English language, etc. How long will you be staying with us, my dear?
Till Tuesday, Mother, if necessary.
Gorgeous, darling. I must say, George, that's a very nice dress you're wearing.
It's one of yours, Mother.
Is it really? Well, it looks much, much better on you, my dear. White suits you. Now, where will George be sleeping, I wonder?
She won't be. Far too busy for that. She'll be tied up in the box room.
Mother?
Yes, Gerald?
Do you remember... wait a moment.
What is that?
Batley's drops.
Batley's drops?
Cordelia swears by them. Do you remember, Mother, that yesterday I said that I had some news to give you, and that I didn't actually give you the news as such, but told you that I would do it tomorrow?
Yes, Gerald?
Well, it is tomorrow, so I must give you the news. It's, with regard to my unmarried status.
Yes, Gerald?
And an anticipated change thereto.
Oh, Gerald.
Oh, dear.
You're marrying that woman. You're marrying that woman. And you're going to have a maniac as a stepson.
Yes, something like that.
Oh, lamentation. Oh, woe. Oh.
Would you like to try the drops now, Mother?
Lamentation, woe on me. Oh.
Darling!
Darling! Good evening.
Mr. Collins, sir! Mr. Collins, sir!
Oh, Primus also. How pleasant.
You've changed your mind? You've brought episode 2?
No.
Oh.
But I brought a couple of bottles of Batley's.
Gorgeous, darling.
For purposes purely medicinal.
Of course, darling. I'll fetch the glasses.
Oh, you have a guest.
It's George Eliot.
Is it now?
She's attempting to continue your work of friction.
Good luck to her. She's obviously got to an exciting bit. Do you like my beard?
Darling, you had it on last week.
I know, but it's grown another inch. Right then. Who wants to be cured of everything?
Oh, mercy! Let me out! Oh, help!
Georgie, you're making a dreadful din, you know. We can't hear ourselves getting completely smashed.
Help!
Show me what you've written. Slide it under the door.
I've not written nothing.
Oh, Georgie, is this fair now? I do everything for you, give you counselling, unravel your sexuality, and in return, rien de rien. Not a bloody word.
Let me out!
No, never. You've made me angry now.
Oh, I'm going to die here, in my youth, in a box room, in a dress.
Correct. Oh, and while you're doing it, keep the noise down.
So, I suppose it's time to say buonanotte.
Well, if it is, darling, you say it very beautifully.
Oh, Cordelia, such stirrings. Is it me, or is it the Batleys?
darling.
Darling. Oh, luscious lips.
Big beard.
Bountiful bosom.
Hot hands.
Gorgeous, darling.
Oh, by the way, darling, did I tell you I'm getting married?
Mamma mia. You don't love whoever it is, I take it?
No, darling, of course not.
Then you'll be very happy, I'm sure.
If I wasn't getting married, do you suppose you might have asked me to enter into a genuine, meaningful relationship which is founded on love and affection rather than the artificial constraints of matrimony?
Oh, yes, most certainly. In fact, I think I'll ask you anyway. The moon was full and broad in the dark blue starless sky, and the broken ground of Hampstead Heath looked wild enough in the mysterious light to be hundreds of miles away from the great city that lay beneath it. Oh, she's a darling, that Cordelia. Shame about the boy. Soon I arrived at that particular point of my walk where 4 roads meet, and I had mechanically turned in the direction of London when, in one moment...
Hello?
Oh.
Excuse me?
I turned.
Is this the way to town?
There, in the middle of the road, there, as if it had that moment sprung out of the earth or dropped from the heavens, stood the figure of a solitary woman, dressed from head to foot, in white.
I said, is this the way to town?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I've just escaped from a madhouse.
Have you, in truth?
And my name's George Eliot.
George Eliot? Ah, well, let me tell you, dear child, you're a great deal prettier than the one I know. While you were in the madhouse, Miss Eliot, were you by any chance encouraged to write the second instalment of a yarn which commenced, somewhat inauspiciously, in a periodical entitled Primus's Potpourri?
Yeah, I was, but I couldn't.
Me, likewise.
So eventually I managed to pick the door lock with the nib of the pen what I'd been given.
That was putting the pen to clever use, my dear.
And I scarpered.
You brave thing. Now look, we'll find a cab and we'll get you back home in no time. My home, if you like.
Oh, that's very civil.
Believe me, my dear, it will give me great pleasure. She's a sweetie. She really is. And because of our chance encounter, I do believe I could write that second installment after all. And more besides. A woman in white. Escaped from a madhouse. Meets our gallant hero by the heath. Yes, that's the stuff. But I won't waste it on Primus and his potpourri. No. This is big time, this is sensational! Cab! Cab!
That was episode 3 of Bookcases by Martin Wade. Primus was played by Michael Cochrane, Edith by Elizabeth Spriggs, Cordelia by Maggie Steed, Gerald by David Horowitch, Wilkie Collins by David Timpson, Simeon by Charles Simpson, and George Eliot by David Antrobus. Bookcases was directed by Cherry Cookson.
That was The Man in White. Here's the final episode entitled The Prosser Prize.
Bags, Mags and Bags, written by Sanjeev Kohli and Donald McCleary. Episode 2, The De-McGowaning of Ramesh.
Oh, that's a good tune, that, Sanjay. What do you call that?
Jungle.
Oh, I like jungle. Cheer up, Sanjay. Might never happen. You could have been one of them boys at the car factory. Eh? Langfords? 120 of them laid off this morning on the scrap heap. Still, you know what I say? Don't want to work in a car factory? Drive you mad, eh? Drive! Oh, look at that torn face. You know what you look like? You look like the guy who found a tennis racket, but, you couldn't, but, all the courts were booked.
What is it you want?
A chomp bar.
A chomp bar? Here's your chomp bar. Goodbye.
Don't you want the 10p?
If you must.
Hello, Ted.
Oh, here, Dave. Heard about Langford?
Yeah, shocking.
Still, you know what I say?
What?
He says he doesn't want to work in a car factory because it would drive him mad.
Yep, I said I don't want to work in a car factory because it would drive me mad. Hey? Hey? Drive!
Yeah, nice one, Ted.
All of this.
Morning, Sanjay. Where's your dad?
Back shop, women.
It's okay, Sanjay, I understand. You're a teenager. You are great and misunderstood. You have every right to be surly, and this must be expressed through minimalist conversation. But I need more than that. So, I'll now give you 5 words to tell me exactly what your dad is doing in the back shop.
Women, interview, job, shop.
That's only 4.
Bumsticks.
Thank you.
So, Tina, this new confectionery concern, the Chunky Wacko, have you been keeping up with it in the trade papers?
I can't say I have, Mr. Madju.
Right. Could you furnish me with the names of the variations on the theme that fall under the Chunky Wacko umbrella?
I'm sorry?
What flavours does Chunky Wacko come in?
Right, well, there's original.
Naturally.
Orange.
Yes.
Mint.
Of course.
Yeah. Rum and raisin.
Mm-hmm.
And egg.
Egg? Egg? Egg chocolate? Egg-flavoured chocolate? What planet are you on, woman?
Oh, what about a cream egg?
A chocolate egg, yes, a chocolate egg. I mean, that's natural. But egg chocolate? Egg-flavoured chocolate? You have some very funny ideas about the confectionery market. I mean, what next, huh? A chicken Solero?
I see your point.
I'm very sorry, Tina. I'm afraid this interview is terminated. Goodbye now, dear. Right, Sanjay, you cheeky bugger. You know the rules. Get your jungle off. You're on Ramesh time now.
Sick! Personally, I don't think it's appropriate to play that kind of music when 120 local men and women have lost their jobs.
Yeah, I agree, Dave.
Very well. Choose your weapon.
What is on the menu, tape-wise?
Hits out of hell, Meatloaf.
Ah, give me the future. Give me the future. Give me the future with a modern...
Oh, is that your tooth giving you jip again?
Oh, Dave, we have to dispense with Meatloaf, huh? I mean, rousing though it is, at the best of times, the richness of the multi-layered arrangements of Jim's time and can, exacerbate dental discomfort. We'll save that for the count-up of the takings.
What about some Barbara Dixon's? That's very soothing. It's like the musical equivalent of oil of cloves.
Oh, just you saying Barbara Dixon is actually quite soothing, yes. Ah, Barbara Dixon, the third Ronnie. She's both amazing and great, but also tinged with melancholy.
January, February, don't you come around.
Quite. Press play, but take care not to press record.
Yes, well, I am blessed with the sausage fingers.
No, Dave, you are cursed with the sausage fingers.
So, another one bites the dust?
No, Dave, January, February. It is unfashionable but seminal.
No, I mean another prospective employee bites the dust.
I'm afraid so.
Oh, dear.
Ow! What is that?
It's a CD, it's busted. I've argued time and again, if we don't properly maintain the CDs, this is going to happen.
Shut the bloody hell up and turn off the CD, it is making my tooth burst.
All right. There you are. So, how did she fare generally?
Oh, that's better. Well, up to that point, probably the best yet. During an improvised role play, she managed to sell the most inappropriate sympathy card.
Oh, the pastel drawing of the Formula 1 car.
Ah, it has been usurped, Dave, by this woman, Catherine Tate. Look, on the front of the card it says, "Your loved one has passed on." Now open it.
Do I look bothered? Look at my face. Am I bothered? Am I bothered? Do I look bothered?
And she sold that. I'm impressed.
Yes, but then it went downhill from there. Her part work knowledge was minimal. She labours under the common misapprehension that the drifter bar has been discontinued, and this was all before she floated the notion of egg chocolate.
Oh, no. Egg chocolate?
Egg chocolate, huh?
Egg chocolate?
Egg chocolate.
Egg
chocolate?
She said egg chocolate.
Egg chocolate? That's just wrong.
Oh, looks like we finally found some common ground to bridge the generation gap. Father and son forge a link in the white heat of the common hatred of egg chocolate.
Meh.
I think we're going to need more than that, Dave. Oh, I don't think I'm ever going to get to the dentist.
Oh, don't be like that.
Oh, come on, Dave. 9 months I've had this appointment in the book, huh? 9 months. And dozens of interviews. And still no one I can trust to run the place for 2 days.
Well, you know I'd like to help you out, Ramesh.
Say no more, Dave. Your knowledge of shop is second only to my own. But we're all well aware of...
Yes.
Yes. Remind me, where is my other son today?
Well, it's Tuesday today, so that'll be Barcelona.
Bloody Nora. Barcelona today, huh? Chamonix tomorrow. When I got married, my stag night wasn't nearly as elaborate.
A stag night? I thought you had an arranged marriage.
I did, Dave. And I had an arranged stag do. It just wasn't very well arranged.
What do you mean?
Well, you have to bear in mind, Dave, that this was India in the 60s. We didn't have the paintballing or hooters or transsexuals from Prague. My brother strapped me to a cow and hit his arse quite hard. I was on that cow for 8 bloody hours.
Oh, where did you end up?
Bloody nowhere. My brother had foolishly picked the most indolent cow on the farm. It was entirely stationary. The stag night shenanigans were less than hilarious. I can't trust a bloke anyway. You know what he's like. He doesn't appreciate multiple low-return retail. You know, he wants to put a web cafe over there.
What, in the Wall of Crisps?
Yes, in the Wall of Crisps. Imagine, you are innocently trying to purchase a packet of nice and spicy knickknacks and you're obstructed by a teenager chuckling at a crude video of a zookeeper with his head trapped in an elephant's bottom.
He's got some very funny ideas, that boy.
Oh, these bloody teeth.
Suppose it's an occupational hazard.
You're not bloody wrong, mate. But it's no comfort. I've got nothing to show for it. I mean, look at bloody Shane McGowan's, Rotten teeth. But how did he get them? Drinking, isn't it? With Mick Jagger's. 10-pin bowling with Delamitri. Party buckets with the Brotherhood of Man.
Paintballing with Ice Cube.
Is Ice Cube in show business?
Yes.
Right, I'll accept that. Paintballing with Ice Cube. How did I get my teeth? Firing into the Mojos and the Chelsea Whoppers and the stupid rubbery little fried eggs when I was bored.
Something will turn up.
Oh, I bloody hope so. Oh, well, I suppose I chose this life.
You didn't choose this life. This life chose you.
No, Dave, I chose this life. Right, come on. We have to alphabetize these erotic publications.
Why do we have to alphabetize them?
Well, do you have a better system? And, Kate, what was the loss-leading hook employed by the partwork classic Ross Kemp's Mysterious World of Conspiracies?
3 miniature moon landing with part 1?
Correct.
Oh.
Yes, the very distinctive laugh.
Oh, thanks. Have I got the job?
It's most infectious. I think I've heard enough. I'll be in touch.
Ooh. Cheery bye.
Well, she was excellent.
Yes, but she's not getting the job.
Why not?
Laughs like a witch.
Hello, Dad.
What do you want, Sanjay?
What do you mean, what do I want?
Well, what's all this hello business all of a sudden?
Can't pass the time of day with my own dad?
What?
What?
Sanjay, that is the longest sentence you've ever said in this shop. Your entrance is traditionally only accompanied by a lackluster harumph.
I've never said harumph in my life.
Sanjay, harumph is a state of mind, it's not a word. Dave?
Yes, well, the harumph was commonly used in Victorian times as a throat-clearing expression of the working man's lot at the time, it being quite an oppressive time as detailed in the serialised works of Dickens. And, of course, with the Industrial Revolution in its relative infancy, there was a great deal of expectorating, which in turn led to the development of Mr. Macintosh's patented harumph linctus, and later harumph pastilles.
Do you mean pastels, Dave?
Aye.
But, of course, this isn't Dickensian Britain. This is, what Britain would you say it is now, Dave, in terms of a seminal author?
Oh, Ludlam?
No. Ibinji?
Zadie Smith?
Oh, no, I can't stick her.
Jade Goody.
Did she write a book?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. All right. Sanjay, this isn't Dickensian Britain. This is Jade Goodian Britain. You have never been up a chimney, You have never expectorated your own lung material onto a cobble. The only consumption that you have ever suffered from is the consumption of an out-of-date Muller fruit corner. Your life seems to consist of Pimp My Ride, the occasional maths lesson, and the seemingly endless quest to purchase the most elaborate trouser made by the hand of man. So I don't know what you got to harump about.
I didn't harump, I said hello.
Yes, because you want something, don't you?
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
All right then. Can I borrow the Merc?
Oh! The Merc, is it, huh? And what would you say you've done to merit the borrowing of said Merc?
Well, I said hello, didn't I?
Not enough. What would you say that you've done around here to merit it?
Nothing. But if you just let me have a shot on the Merc, I'll...
You'll what? You know what the Merc represents. It is years of hard shop time. It is hours of blistered fingers from hauling in enormous bags of cat litter. It is sitting on a drinks crate for so long that the crate manufacturer could and has used your ass as a template for the creation of new ones. It is countless sleepless nights from the psychological humiliation at the hands of an 8-year-old who tells you, and I quote, your crisps are both lackluster and poo. My blood is in that car, Sanjay, so you're not having it.
But Dad, I need it for the prom.
The prom! Listen to him. The prom? Who are you supposed to be, huh? The Fonzarelli.
The prom? This isn't America, son.
I bloody wish it was America.
What is it with you kids, huh? You like American things, don't you, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's better than here, isn't it?
Is it, though?
Yeah. Theme parks and 50 Cent and all-you-can-eat breakfast and the OC and Las Vegas and that. It's much better than here.
Ah, son, but see, now, you've fallen into the trap, isn't it? You only get the good stuff. What about all the bad American things, huh? Like child beauty contests.
Morbid clinical obesity.
Serial killers.
The death penalty.
Guns.
Evangelists.
Mullets, without irony.
Cornbread.
I quite like cornbread.
Oh, strike that cornbread then. Aggressive foreign policy.
Yes, white supremacy. I hate the white supremacy. And 50 Cent and the OC in Las Vegas and all of that.
You guys suck. Everyone else is going to the prom.
I didn't say you couldn't go to the prom, Richie Cunningham. I just said you couldn't have the car.
But there's no point in going if I don't have a flash car.
Your school is 5 minutes away.
So?
I get it. He's taking a girl.
Are you?
It's no big deal, Dad.
Who is it? Who is it? Is it little Anushka?
No.
Good job and all. She's wrestling with severe scratch card addiction.
Who is it then? Is it Melanie?
No.
She's been lifting Twixes.
Oh, that reminds me. You tell your friend Melanie there's 2 days left in the chocolate bar amnesty.
So who does that leave? Who have you had your beady little eye on?
It's Naomi, all right?
Oh, you've done very well there. Naomi. Very nice manners. Dad takes the Spectator.
Yes, and her mother eschews the celebrity publications, yes. Indeed, the only time she's purchased a Hello magazine, I had the distinct impression she was embarking on a hospital visit.
How could you tell?
Well, it was bought in tandem with a word search. Yes, this is a good development.
Can I get the Merc then?
No.
Oh, come on, Dad. There must be something I can do.
Oh, go on, Ramesh. Why don't you give him the test?
Well, what's the point? His knowledge of shop is minimal.
Well, everyone else has had a crack, and he's desperate.
Okay, very well. Sanjay, answer me this. In the confectionery stanchion adjacent to the till, what is the classical placement of the topic? Don't turn around and don't look into a reflective surface.
Don't have to. It's easy. Between the picnic and the Snickers. It's like the ascent of man expressed in nut-based confectionery.
Shh, Dave. That was a lucky observation. Right, question number 2. On what fateful day did salt and vinegar crisps usurp cheese and onion from the green packaging? That dark day is etched into my memory.
5th of March, 1998.
Bloody hell!
If it's any consolation, Ramesh, the association between cheese and onion and green was based on a false assumption, because in point of fact, neither cheese nor onion are actually green. If anything, cheese and onion should be in yellow packaging, but of course, that's long been the domain of roast chicken and for a short while, the vaguely named curry crisp.
Well, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't impressed. Now, Sanjay, get this right and maybe we can talk some car. Right. A distraught lady enters the shop and buys a sympathy card. What are the 3 Shopkeepers Guild approved utterances that can be used to ease the air of discomfort and embarrassment? You have 10 seconds starting now.
He, she had a good innings. The light that burns twice as bright burns half as long. It's always the good ones that go first. And he, she will be sitting in God's right hand now.
That's 4. Fair play, Ramesh. He's done 4.
All right then. Sanjay, I will give you the keys.
Yes!
To the shop for 2 days while I have my teeth demogowned.
I hate you.
Right, Sanjay, I'll take a back seat. This one's yours.
Morning, Ted.
Morning, young man.
I just want to apologise for my surly nature yesterday.
Oh, that's a lot of words.
Yeah, and the 10 years building up to yesterday.
Well, that's very big of you.
So, what can I get you today?
I could get used to this. Here, Dave, I'm just after saying I could get used to this.
Aye.
I'm just in for these tea bags and a word search.
May I suggest the one with Charlotte Church, straddling an inflatable pencil?
Oh, no. Oh, what else have you got?
Let's see. We've got EastEnders Cat Slater biting into a shiny red apple, Natasha Kaplinsky in a pair of waders cuddling up to a wriggly salmon, or there's this one with Paula Radcliffe holding a big polystyrene question mark.
I think I'll go for Kaplinsky. I like Kaplinsky.
So, off to the hospital, are you, for a visit?
No.
The word search is for your own consumption, then?
Oh, yes. I like word searches.
So, nice afternoon in. Word search, cup of tea?
That's the fun.
Sanjay, I've tenderised the Ted meat, the meat that is Ted, so time for you to move in for the kill, as it were.
What? Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. Know what would go lovely with that cup of tea, Ted?
What's that, then?
Mint Viscounts.
Oh, you've hit the nail on the head there. Oh, bit indulgent, though. Don't have any company or anything.
Oh, curveball.
What do you mean, no company? Kaplinsky's coming round. I think the least she deserves is a wrapped biscuit.
You're right, son. Chuck in a packet.
Oh, nice recovery.
Right you are, Ted. That'll be £3.63, please.
I'll see you later.
Bye. Well. Textbook shop. You needed a bit of prodding, but fair play. You saw the goods, you visualised, you extrapolated, and you hit 'em with the impulse buy.
Just basic psychology, really, isn't it?
Oh, you're feeling it.
What?
The buzz of the sale. Oh, look at your rosy little cheeks. You're a natural shopkeeper.
Get off. I'm not a shopkeeper. Hello, Mr. Kennings. May I just say how sorry I am for your loss?
Do you mean my job or my wife?
Sorry?
Well, I just got fired from Langford's, didn't I?
So many good people were. I was referring to your good lady, though.
Yeah, thanks, yeah.
It's always the good ones that are taken first, isn't it?
Oh, yes. The light that burns twice as bright burns half as long.
She had a good innings, though, eh?
I'm sorry, Dave. It's just... Jeannie was killed by a cricket ball.
Oh, sorry.
Well, she'll be sitting on God's right hand now with the rest of the angels now, eh?
That's a great comfort to me. And quite perceptive from one so young. I'll just take this.
Well, Mr. Kinnings, I think you might be interested in this.
What's this?
It's a new part work. Just came in from the wholesalers. It's called My Robot Pal. Palbot. Build your own talking robot?
Oh, no, that's not for me, no. I can't even set the video. I leave that stuff to my wife.
Oh, there, Mr. Kinnings. Here, take a wet wipe. Well, it's very simple. They talk you through all the steps, and by the end of it, you've got a companion, you know? For when you're feeling a little bit lonely round the house.
Right. Well, I suppose it would be something to do, wouldn't it? Especially now I'm not working.
Of course, I'm not suggesting that this robot could replace your wife in any way.
Oh, no.
Free binder with part one?
Well, it's not often you get something for nothing these days, is it? Oh, that's cheered me up after my double tragedy. Count me in.
Certainly, Mr. Kinnings.
Thank you, young man. Quite looking forward to my new robot pal.
Hey!
Bloody hell, Dave. What are you doing?
You wouldn't have seen this before, Sanjay. This is the part work trumpet. We always blow this when someone signs up.
Right in my ear.
Well, you're getting the hang of this, boy.
Yeah, I suppose.
How did you know he was bereft, though? Mr. Kinnings?
Oh, Dave. I thought you would have spotted it. Individual steak pie in a tin, plus wedding ring equals death or divorce, and at that age, got to be death.
Shop logic.
Dave, is that you?
Hello, Ramesh. How's it going then?
Not great. 7 fillings I have to get. I have been administered a local anaesthetic. I'm only just out of slavering on the dental hygienist. She was quite magnanimous that this is an occupational hazard.
I suppose it is. Oh, Mrs. Gerber's coming.
Oh, tell Sanjay Radio Times. Radio Times. Tell Sanjay Radio Times. It's Thursday. She gets Radio Times.
Yeah. Sanjay, Radio Times, your dad says.
Tell Dad I know.
He says he knows.
Oh, now she's also partial to chocolate Wilburs.
Your dad says she's partial to chocolate Wilburs.
You tell Dad I know she's partial to chocolate Wilburs.
Sanjay says he knows she's partial to chocolate Wilburs.
Well, is she anywhere near the chocolate Wilburs?
Your dad wants to... Hang on, I'll pass you over.
Sanjay.
Hello, Dad.
What is Mrs. Gerber's proximity to the chocolate Wilburs?
She's nowhere near the chocolate Wilburs. She's leaping at Bella.
Well, engineer her towards the chocolate Wilburs.
How am I supposed to do that?
You and Dave, huh? Pincer movement.
I'm not doing that.
You bloody well are. Shepherd her into the chocolate Wilbur zone.
I'm not doing that. It's embarrassing.
Don't you dare lose a sale. You remind her we stock chocolate Wilburs this instant.
Right then. Bloody hell. And Mrs. Gerber, just wanted to remind you that we have chocolate Wilburs.
And what's that to me?
Well, my dad says you always buy one.
No, I don't.
That's what he said.
What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say I'm fat?
No, tell her she is Rubenesque and it is to her credit.
Shut up.
I beg your pardon?
Not you.
I don't always buy chocolate Wilburs. I didn't even know they were called chocolate Wilburs. I could have been buying them for a friend for all you know.
Ask her if she was.
Were you buying them for a friend? Ow!
Piss off, it's glandular. I'm no stopping me here. And you can stick your radio times as well. I've just been laid off. Depressed now. Give us a chocolate Wilbur. And don't think I'm paying for this.
No! That was a subscription.
She's gone, Dad.
Well, I hope you're happy.
I'm happy. You told me to do a pincer movement.
Right, that's it. You can't be trusted. I'm coming back.
Oh!
What's the matter?
I give up.
Oh, come on, son. You can't let this stop you. It's a little bump in the road. It takes years to master shop.
Nah, I'm done.
Oh, come on, son. What about the Merc?
Dad's right. That Merc's all about grafting in here. Working all the hours God sends. Talking gibberish with dole scum and deadbeats. Well, it's not going to happen to me. I'll get my own car, be a film star in that.
Right. Who's in charge?
He is.
Is he? What is that music? I can't hear myself think. It's just noise, isn't it? You know what you need? Some Elkie Brooks.
Ah, Elkie Brooks. The fourth Ronnie.
If you don't like it, nick off.
Don't you want my custom?
Why, what do you want? A scouring pad? A foam shrimp? Or maybe, ooh, Viva Las Vegas? You're an eccentric tycoon who's splashing out on a new rain hood.
They're funny at that age, aren't they? My one's the same, always wishing me dead. Teenagers.
Don't be writing no checks your ass can't cash.
And they like the American things, don't they?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Don't be like that. Now, do you have any black magic?
Yes.
Terry's All Gold?
Yes.
Celebrations?
Yes.
Miniature heroes?
Yes.
Milk tray?
Yes.
And have you got them Belgian ones that look like shells? I can't stick them myself.
Yes.
Right, I'll take the lot.
Sorry?
I work at Langford's, don't I? Muggins here has been landed with organising 120 leaving dues. I haven't got time to go to the cash and carry, so you're it. You surly little sod.
Oh, you want a carrier bag? Bit previous for the loaf, isn't it?
Yeah, but we've earned it. 415, 420, 430, 440. 440 quid. Off you. They'll talk of this day in the halls of independent grocer Valhalla.
Nothing to do with me?
Yeah, but it was on your watch, wasn't it? Falls under your jurisdiction. I think somebody will be riding in a luxury vehicle to the old prom.
Yeah. Shows you what Dad knows, eh? Son, that car was built from penny jewels and square crisps. Yes, it was, Dad. And thanks to an enormous fluke, I will be driving it to the prom. Lock and load.
Is that an American thing? Oh, that car looks just like the Merc.
Who parks their car next to a curb? Bloody idiots!
And that man looks just like my dad. That's one sweet corsage right there, Naomi.
I'm so loving my corsage. It's all that.
It is all that. Listen, babe, sorry we had to bail out on the Merc. It's in the shop. Dad was high on anaesthetics and he totaled her.
It's all good. I'm down with the van. It's old school.
Smashing?
What?
I mean, super sweet. Would you mind not sitting on the fruit corners?
You think you won't, son. Better be your husband if you will find a job soon.
Eh?
He said, "Here's your woman's own. Best wishes to your husband. I am sure he will find a job soon."
Oh, thanks very much. It's not all bad news, though. I got a tidy redundancy package. I feel a bit impulsive. I'll have a box of Terry's... Oh, you've run out. Bye for now.
Hello?
What's that?
He says, "Alok."
Hello, Dad. Oh, where's my internet cafe? Never mind. How did it go at the dentist, then?
He needs more work done.
Well, I'm back now. So if you need to toddle off to the old dentist, I'm sure I can run things for a bit. Maybe haul this place into the new millennium.
No need, Alok. This man is the answer to our problems. Mr. Kirkus, this is Alok. Alok, Mr. Kirkus.
Hello.
Oh. All right. Like that, is it? Dad? You choose this man over your own flesh and blood?
He says yes.
So, Mr. Kirkus, tell me, have you, like I have, spent your formative years almost exclusively adjacent to blackjacks?
No.
Do you have any experience in the retail trade?
No.
And do you have an unquenched thirst for the sale, even when the markup is minimal?
No.
Right. So, Dad, what is it that this so-called Mr. Kirkus has that I don't have?
A degree from Bristol University Dental School.
OK, Mr. Mardew, rinse and spit. You appear to have an entire fizzy cola bottle embedded in your premolar.
Fags, Mags and Bags, with Ramesh played by Sanjeev Kohli, Dave by Donald Cameron, Alok by Kevin Novak, Sanjay by Omar Raza, Bert by Gavin Mitchell, Janice by Marjorie Hogarth, Kate by Leah McRae, and Mrs. Gerber by Maureen Carr, with other voices performed by the cast. The director was Colin Gilbert, the producer was Gus Beattie. Fags, Mags and Bags is a comedy unit production for BBC Radio 4.
That was the Prosser Prize on Bookcases. That's it for air checks for this Sunday. Starting with next Saturday's episode, we will be playing the 26 episodes of the BBC radio version until we finish it, so stay tuned for that, you Douglas Adams fans. Air Checks is a 3-hour podcast uploaded on Saturdays and Sundays. See you on the same time and same channel.